Hello my huggable little sea turtles, it's Seabro here with another VOD review. This time with a Sigma called Laser Red with those little dot things above the E. Without further ado, let's science our way straight into the VOD. Mathematical! We have landed on Route 66. I actually hate this dumb map, it's actually so dumb. In your own time, Lazared. You are on YouTube though. My average view duration is slowly dropping. I'm sure this rock will hit. Let's take a look at this rock with some cool royalty-free music in the background. Ooh, so close.
Activating the barrier.
This is kind of risky. You can't get out easily and your team won't be able to help you if a Roadhog or Reaper walk around that corner. I like this off angle, although it would be much better if you had heals. Generally speaking, if you are playing split, you should usually split your healing resources too, especially if you are playing this far forward. If you are pressured out of this position though, you will probably survive though, as long as your healers are somewhat competent. So this position is fine. This is insane that you are allowed to get away with this. Though if an enemy lets you take these sort of off angles, great, go ahead, you will carry so hard. Not really much reason to drop here into the middle of the enemy team. Honestly, you should have walked back towards your team here, rather than towards the mini health pack. Your Baptiste could have probably thrown his lamp your way, but hey, shit happens. It's fine, there was a lot of good stuff in that fight. I do quickly want to talk about off angles. They have a Roadhog hook and a nade, Ash Dynamite, all of which the D.Va is going to be tasked with blocking, which is going to be quite difficult for her if the red team coordinates their abilities well. So taking off angles are fine, but you need to continue to get the value out of them like you did in that fight if you want it to be worthwhile.
No, that wasn't right at all.
Why do you stand still so much?
Let them up.
Kind of should shield here against the Ash. Pretty much all of the time that your team uses amplification matrix, you should probably be shielding it if you can. Wow, I feel your pain. I actually hate it when this happens. It is unlucky that your team gave up the high ground. You had to though because you needed to touch. That's really unlucky, the fight was lost anyway, I wouldn't worry about that. I do want to quickly rewind though, and have a look at your kinetic grasp usage. Here the Reaper is on the high ground. I can count how many ducks you should give about this on no hands. He is way too far away from you, just back up slightly and he'll be forced to jump off the high ground. I point this out because he jumps down to use Death Blossom, which messes up your team. This would be a perfect time to use Suck right in his face with Kinetic Grasp. Kinetic Grasp is a reactionary tool, it's like a panic button. That is great to use in situations like this when you need to panic. Not so much in situations where a Reaper is 200 nautical miles away from you in I Do Not Care land.
Barrier in place. gravitic flux is upon us.
Ooh, this is ballsy. Just flying halfway across the map with your flux. This gives the enemy plenty of time to hook, sleep, or just spread out.
The gravitic flux is upon us.
Having criticised your flux, you did time it well at the beginning of the fight, so the enemy didn't actually have a chance to do anything about it. I prefer a bad flux at the beginning of a fight than no flux at all for 10 minutes. This was an excitement rock. You were like, woohoo, I want to make a big play to save to my homework folder. So I need a 360-degree rock. Calm it right down. Nice, we are taking the high ground. Beautiful. The amount of VOD reviews that I do where the person emotes on cart because they don't know what to do between fights is a lot. 10 seconds cooldown well spent. It's not like, you know, a Roadhog has ultimate or anything.
Observe the barrier.
You are on the low ground here. Take the high ground on this map. That's really important.
Regen burst activated.
Ah, okay. I'ma change camera angles. You need to see this Reinhardt flank shatter. Don't worry, I don't expect you to deal with it. It probably wasn't called in voice. Okay, I actually want to replay this fight. So notice the ultimates that are up. Like a lot of them. So these ultimates are probably going to determine the outcome of the fight. So you need to get into a position to enable your team to make plays. This might involve getting in position to rock the Reinhardt when the Diva bombs. It might be to shield the Baptiste's amplification matrix. It might be to suck Bob from the enemy and his sleep. All of these would be good ideas. This position is an okay spot for you if you can get away with it, because the Baptiste is available to heal you. And honestly, this lost fight again isn't your fault. Your team are dumb, but you want to have a plan each and every fight, and I would like to see you sticking with and protecting a hero who is able to carry a fight, rather than just play mostly by yourself. Randomly rocking a door, cuckoo. Damn, rock would be nice to have up right now, don't you think? Your team's C9 again! Oh, Jesus!
Rather not.
Mercy on call.
Gravitic flux isn't quite ready yet.
You all look like you needed to clear.
Activating the barrier. The gravitic flux is upon us.
Let them out.
Blocking shatters isn't the easiest thing in the world if you aren't ult tracking, but if you are and you are aware he has ultimate, it can be quite easy. Generally speaking, keeping your distance helps, recognizing when is a good time for him to ult. So in this case you have your Baptiste's amp matrix up and it's about to go down. You can also keep an eye on his hammer and see whether it's coming from above to shatter. And then all you need to do is tap your right mouse button slightly, just a tiniest little bit, to block it. Look up workshop codes. There was definitely one about blocking shatters when the workshop first came out. I'm assuming it still works. Arguably the fight is already lost, but hey, if you believe in yourself, then by all means, do not listen to the haters. Okay, I think this is a really good example of something I want to talk about. What would you do? What value would you get if the rock hits? The answer is like you wouldn't be able to follow up on it, right?
Barrier in place.
Regen up. Behind you.
Well, hello.
Someone has to be good,
Wanna watch that equation?
Panic rock!
Activating the barrier.
Do something!
Let them out.
Yeet!
Behind you.
Give me a moment. One moment. Retrieving the barrier. The graphitic flux is upon us. Activating the barrier. My barrier is destroyed.
I'm keeping tabs.
Barrier no longer exists.
You can see the panic in your eyes as you try to figure out whether the flux a graph or not.
Barrier in place. Back to me.
Do you have a wireless mouse with dead batteries or something?
30 seconds.
You're fully good. Let them out.
Trajectories are less than satisfactory. satisfying outcome is a certainty.
Okay, so if you spot that Reinhardt is far away from his healers, and you don't need to use your shield urgently for blocking something, then just chuck it out to block the hills. The enemy Rein should be eating their life away with that charge. And he would be if the enemy's juicy little hills would not be able to jump over to him.
Barrier is about to break. Barrier won't hold together. My barrier is destroyed. Activating the...
Approaching its destination.
Fertilization sing for mine!
That was the most sexy thing on Overwatch that I've ever seen forever, ever, ever. Let's take a look at that again. And again, I'm sorry, this is just too sexy. Swoosh! Okay, main things that I want to talk about are as follows. Keep track of where your healers are. There was 2 or 3 times in that game where you had no idea where your healers were and you were actually running away from them rather than running towards them. By just knowing where your healers' line of sights are, you can survive a lot less, like a lot more on any hero. My second point is use cover when you flux, whether that's a shield or natural cover. Just try to make it less easy for the enemy to CC you. You didn't get punished for it much in this game, but a better Roadhog or Ana, or any hero that has the ability to take you out of your ultimate, you want to avoid them like the plague. Last, but by no means least, is your abilities. Both Kinetic Grasp and Rock are being wasted. If you're going for some sick Rock montage, that's fine, just waste them away, that's fine. But if you are looking to get value out of it, then wait to use it until a moment where you can get guaranteed value. This is to cancel Take a Breather from Roadhog or cancel ultimates like Coalescence. I actually made a Reddit post, I'll link it in the description, and you can check that out if anyone is having problems with getting value out of their rocks. Kinetic Grasp, you need to save that for when you need it. Don't waste it on moments where you could get away by just getting healed. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. I have actually set up a second channel for YouTube has this new YouTube Shorts feature where I'm just chucking loads of funny videos on there. I'll try and do that probably daily or twice daily. I'm not really sure, it's a new channel. But be sure to go and check that out. I'll link that in the description down below as well. Follow me on all of my social media as well. I'm on Reddit, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Quora. Follow me on all of those if you want to be part of my family. I'll set up a new Discord as well soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!